Zoom
Oui, oui. Je sais pas c'est quoi Zoom.
Mine is at
Les festivals.
175.
Okay, live stream is on.
Le bonnet qui s'en vient. Moi, j'avais écrit une petite affaire.
Everybody knows how to work the mic on and off, okay?
Mais moi, j'avais écrit ça. Je pensais que c'est important. C'est les bonnes. J'ai dit, veux-tu avoir ma feuille? Et j'ai donné Sylvie. OK, enfin, c'est important de le dire. Oui. Veuillez pas le faire exprès.
Drawer for remote. Okay, drawer for remote.
Quelqu'un l'a caché.
For a remote, check and see. Anybody
Remote.
check your drawer, see if there's a
A
remote?
remote?
Ouais, un remote noir.
Nope.
Oui.
There's none here.
Il est 7 heures. Whatever. En wood, c'est so cute. Ils nous font confiance à ce temps, ils vont plus. C'est ça. Ils ont là-dessus.
I'm going to put a stopper on it.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I want to welcome you all to the monthly meeting. And just a few housekeeping things just to remind you during the meeting if we could be silent because sometimes it's hard for us to concentrate on the discussions going on. And secondly, I would ask that your cell phones be put on mute. Bonsoir tout le monde. Je vous souhaiter la bienvenue à la réunion. Juste vous faire un petit rappel que durant la séance de pas jaser un petit peu parce que nous autres, on a des difficultés des fois d'entendre les discussions en avant, puis aussi d'éteindre vos cellulaires. Merci. So I'm calling the meeting to order. We would like to begin by acknowledging that the land on which we live is the traditional unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. The mayor, council, and staff of Heron Bay acknowledge and pay respect to the elders and descendants, past and present, of this land. We welcome you all today as we strive to develop closer relationships with the Indigenous people in our community. Nous voulons d'abord reconnaître que le territoire sur lequel nous vivons est une terre non cédée du peuple Mi'kmaq. Le maire, le conseil et le personnel de BDRon reconnaissent et respectent les aînés et les descendants passés et présents de cette terre. Nous vous souhaitons la bienvenue à tous aujourd'hui, alors que nous nous efforçons de développer des relations plus étroites avec les membres de notre communauté. We will move to the approval of the agenda, approbation de l'ordre du jour. Est-ce que j'ai quelqu'un pour le proposer? Do I have a proposer?
Second it.
Councillor McNair, seconder.
Second it.
Councillor Levine. Tout en faveur. Everyone in favor, please raise your hand. All in favor, motion carried. We'll move to the adoption of the minutes of the regular public meeting of June the 15th. Adoption de procès-verbaux réunion publique ordinaire le 15 juin 2026. Do I have everybody had a copy of the minutes, so do I have somebody to propose the minutes of the last meeting be accepted?
Je vais le proposer, Gaétan Pelletier.
Proposé par conseiller Pelletier et secondé, appuyé par maire adjoint Clément Tremblay. Any discussion on the minutes? All of those in favor, please raise your hands. Motion est adoptée. We will now move to the conflict of interest declaration of déclaration des conflits d'intérêts. Est-ce qu'il y en a de vous qui ont son conflit ou anybody to declare conflict? There are none. We'll move by if there's any delegations, petitions, or presentations, interventions, publiques, pétitions, présentations. Il n'y en a pas? Oui.
Là, Gail, si que je veux demander ma question, c'est tout de suite ou plus tard, Madame la mairesse?
Quand ça vient,
C'est plus tard.
when it's your committee,
OK, c'est ça.
when you
Parce
have-
qu'ils sont tous nommés. OK,
when you get your committee there, like you do a report, then you can say what you'd like to do,
OK,
and then we'll go from there.
OK.
Okay. OK, ça fait, est-ce qu'il y a is there statement by members of council, exposé des membres du conseil? If, you know, there can be statements on maybe what's going to happen this week, or anybody like to stand and make some comments or statement, you're free to do so. Est-ce qu'il y a des commentaires, quelque chose que vous voulez souligner pour cette semaine en ville qui va se dérouler? I tried.
Yeah, Councillor Young? No?
Do you have something to add this week? No?
I don't know.
Okay, so we'll move to reports and recommendations from committee and private meetings. So the first one this evening is Protective Services, rapports et recommandations des comités et réunions huis clos, comité de services de protection. Councillor Annie Thériault.
OK, ça fait... j'aimerais avoir la permission pour possiblement envoyer un courriel pour les services de protection. Je vais juste trouver ma section, là. La police, en ce qui est rapport à la police, j'ai su qui sera notre contact avec le détachement de Camelton. Puis, je pense que le conseil, on aimerait proposer une rencontre avec le chef pour discuter de nos préoccupations. I have received who will be our contact at the Camelton detachment, and we would like possibly to request a meeting with the chief to discuss our preoccupations for the area. So if all council is in favor, I would like to submit that email. J'aimerais envoyer ce courriel.
Lillian, you'll send it off and ask for a meeting with the, and was she speaking of the RCMP, the chief of the RCMP? Continue.
Okay. That's it for the protection portion. I have other ones, other places.
You can bring up as well your other, if you
Oui?
wish.
Okay.
Yes.
So then if I go at the top of my list. Pour l'eau de Charlot, j'aimerais envoyer un courriel au département de l'environnement pour avoir des nouvelles sur la situation de la contamination de l'eau à Charlot. I would like to send an email to the Provincial Department of Environment to have updates regarding the contamination of the water in Charlot.
So we'll ask the clerk if she can draft something up, Lillian, and just to ask for an update on what's going on there. Thank you.
Is it time to ask a question or later on?
Well, it's
Pertaining to that? Is there a motion?
Oh, you can ask her. Ask a question. Put your mic on.
Is that a follow-up, Councillor, on the meeting we had with the, sorry, the
Repeat
meeting
again.
we had?
Répète parce que
Okay, these microphones are, it's funny, you have one, but all councillors, the other councillor have their own. Oh, we took a one away from the administrator. Okay, that doesn't cost too much money for that. No, I'd like to ask a question. Is that a follow-up on the meeting we had and we proposed and mentioned, and we still maintain the high priority for this council is the water in Charlotte? It's just a follow-up on it? or-
It's not a follow-up because as the new council, I was never in touch with the Department of Environment yet.
Okay, that's an
So
an
it's like a
extra,
new step
that's
for
an
this
extra
new
step.
council.
Good, okay.
And I have another department too.
Yes, go
I'm
ahead,
full of
Councillor-
questions.
Councillor Thériault.
Pour le département de transport, j'aimerais envoyer un courriel pour de l'information au sujet des routes empruntées par les camions lourds dans Charlot et Mountain Brook. J'aimerais aussi leur demander quand ils s'attendent d'arranger le bord du chemin sur la Bar Stretch avec le spectacle du 15 août qui s'en vient. Cela va attirer plusieurs touristes dans la région. So for the Department of Transportation, I would like to send an email regarding the designated truck routes in Charlotte and Mountain Brook. I would also like to know when they will fix the shoulder of the road at the bar stretch. There's a big show on August 15th that will attract lots of tourists.
Councillor Levine, would you have comments as well on that?
The road needs to be fixed for sure. I don't know, Lillian, if you can send a letter, see what they can do. 15th of August is just around the corner.
I think what it is
See what we can do with it.
I think as well, Councillor Theriault will share it with us what she's looking for, and we'll ask our clerk and CAO to draft it, because I think it has to do with weight restrictions too as well on the bridge or in
Well, the two
Charlotte.
bridge in Selwood that leads to Charlotte, because the trucks are passing on those two bridges, and there's one bridge in Charlotte on Levesque's Bridge. I'd like to know what are the weight restrictions, because there's no more sign on the bridge. Back in the days, we used to drive next to a bridge, and there'd be some, depending on the bridge where you go, but those three bridges don't have weight restrictions, so I'd like to know what kind of trucks can pass on all those.
I believe you have
bridge.
photos as well.
I have
So
pictures to
maybe you could
submit.
share them as well, Councillor Theriault, with council and with Lillian.
Yes, for
Thank
sure.
you so much. Is there anything else?
Not for me, no, thank you.
So we will move to Public Works Committee, Comité de Travaux Publics, and it's Councillor Levine.
Public Works, I'm not sure the public really wants to hear all this. I'm gonna try and make some new arrangements for the reports. There's been road patched, lines been done into Halsey. First aid CPR recertification has been done with them. There's things like sweeper cleaning, paving Godrich Street installed, flags in Charn Park, utility department, same thing, first aid, CPR recertification, brand new water line for Dodgers Field. Worked on removing a pump in a pump station at the lagoon, number 6. Fix washrooms at museum. Upgraded sewers on Sampson Street. That's about it for Public Works for the manager's report. But I think this report should be all pointed out, things that are important, that should be fixing washrooms and stuff like that. Like,
I think.
so hopefully the next meeting we'll have it fixed, that we'll get all the major points in it that the public need to hear. Thank you.
I think too, when we go with the committee meetings, we didn't have any because we're short-staffed and Lillian needs vacation. So, but I think what we'll probably do in future is we can have that discussion at both the committee and the public meetings, so that you've already heard it from committee. So it is important to know what we've done. I think Councillor Levine, though, you could comment on, we had some vandalism on the soccer field fence, and maybe you can comment on that.
Yes, the high school soccer field was vandalized by a car running through the fence, and also it did some damage on the soccer field itself. We've repaired it the best that we can. I was up there; it's in pretty good shape right now. You all know we have policing problems, so she's working on that. Hopefully, we can get some stuff resolved with them. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else, Your Worship.
Just one more item. We're all in shape for the festival coming up.
We're all in shape. Street department will be busy.
So we will move on to Parks and Recreation, Culture Committee, Comité de Parcs, Loisirs et Culture. Councillor Young, please.
Good evening, everybody. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the success of the Community United Project at Heron Bay Summer Festival at Charlotte Beach, Play by the Bay. It was wonderful to see so many families and residents enjoying the free activities. So a big thank you to all the volunteers, organizers, sponsors, and community partners who made this event possible. Your dedication and community spirit are greatly appreciated. Also, on the eve of our next Bonamy Festival, I'd like to wish the Bonamy Committee a successful and enjoyable festival. Many thanks for your hard work and dedication. I encourage everyone to come out, take part in the festivities, and support the wonderful community tradition. On to some ongoing things we've been working on. We met with the Benjamin River Sports Association, and they had several, we went down and looked, we met with them. I went down with one of the workers, and we found several things that were broken, fence that was down, dugouts that were not safe. So we've put together a list of things to get that up and running and everything fixed. So we're working on that, and we're hoping within the next couple of weeks that we'll have that all rectified. Onto the Recriplex, as most of you heard the last month, we talked about the heat pumps for the gym, which were having an issue with heat in the gym. They're currently in, and I was told tomorrow they would be hooked up and running. So we're hoping to have that problem fixed. We also had an issue with the batting cage down at the ball field, which needed to be fixed. So we got Stéphane Cormier to weld it all, so that's up and running, and that's good. We've also have a couple of leaks in the roof at the rink, so we're currently getting some estimates so we can get that fixed up. And I'd also like to commend, Sunday I should say, they had yesterday, the 100th anniversary of the Legion, and the ceremony was great. They had a full day event, raising of the flag, music in the rink, and then it went to the Legion where they had Roger Pete play music. The volunteers there did a wonderful job of organizing everything. It was great. And last but not least, I want to give a big shout out to Leslie Savoy and her staff over at the Dalhousie Regional Museum. I don't know if you guys had a chance to go in and see things at the museum, but it's actually beautiful. She did a wonderful job. I've been in there 3 or 4 times now. Always very clean. They're very nice people, and it's, if you haven't been in there, you should take a walk through. It's beautiful. And that's it for me.
Are there any additions? Everything is fine? You're good? Okay, so we'll move on to Personnel and Bylaws Committee. Comité personnel et d'arrêté, conseiller Pelletier, s'il vous plaît.
Madame la mairesse, merci pour m'offrir quelques moments. Dans ce qui est des comités, soit du personnel ou d'arrêté, on a, moi et Liliane, notre greffière, greffière Caillouette, on a trouvé une page des arrêtés sur le site Internet qui devra être remplacée. Et puis, le reste, je les ai lus. Après ça, il va falloir qu'on se rencontre puis qu'on regarde si on a besoin d'autres arrêtés, puis lesquels. Puis c'est à peu près tout pour moi.
Puis vous continuez comme à vérifier les arrêtés pour acheter mis à jour?
Oui, j'ai tous lus. Puis il y en avait seulement qu'un qui devait être mis à jour.
Puis éventuellement, nous allons travailler sur ceux-là qui n'ont pas été, comme c'est pas pour BDR11, on a des arrêtés pour Charlot et Dalhousie.
Absolument. Absolument. Il y en a quelques-uns qu'on va proposer, puis qu'on va s'installer ensemble. On va travailler en équipe. Puis les arrêtés qui vont manquer ou qui sont manquants, on va les abréger, on va travailler.
Merci.
J'ai une question, Madame la mairesse, conseiller Pelletier. Dans tes arrêts municipaux que tu es en train de réorganiser et arranger, est-ce qu'il va y avoir des... on avait parlé puis discuté, puis les gens se sont dit d'une telle place à une telle place, l'accès de vitesse, est-ce que ça va être considéré dans les arrêtés ou... Ben, il y a plus que ça qui va être considéré dans les arrêtés. Il
il va falloir s'asseoir, faire sûr que ces arrêtés-là, on puisse les faire respecter, premièrement. Et puis, comme que j'ai dit dans le passé, c'est qu'il va falloir qu'il y ait un peu plus de bornes de vitesse, surtout dans certaines parties de notre communauté, où il n'y en a pratiquement pas. Ça fait qu'on ne sait pas si on va à 80 ou à 60, parce qu'on ne sait pas. Ça, je suis d'accord avec vous, mais il y a plusieurs dossiers à regarder.
And speed limits might fall under Councillor Levine's Public Works, because a lot of speeding is done on the provincial highway portion of the municipality. So those speed limits, we have to go through DTI for any changes on highways. So that as well would fall under Public Works, yes, and it does take time.
And Mrs. Mayor, Kevin is with me on the
Yes.
bylaws.
So we will move to Community Development and Planning Committee, Comité du développement communautaire et d'urbanisme. Councillor Tremblay.
Thank you very much, Your Worship. Over the last 3 to 5 weeks, our bylaw officer has been busy. And we have to keep in mind whatever step that the town and council is going to take for any buildings, grass that's gone or growing and should be cut. It takes time, and we have to follow step by step in order to see and hope that this building or that building, no matter where it is in Erin Bay, comes to the decision that council is going to have to make, demolish the building. But between it starts, the bylaw officer, she's on, that person, bylaw officer, is on the attack, and we must follow step by step. It seems like it's going to be 1 month, 3 months, 4 months, but we have to make sure that we don't jump a step to get over there. We got to do it, and when it happens, then council would have their mission accomplished to start here and finish from there. So we haven't got any properties designated, but we have addresses, we have numbers, and we're going to follow up on that on a monthly basis. This is a report that I could say for unsightly whatever properties or so on.
Thank you, Councillor Tremblay. Merci. Ça fait là, nous autres, aujourd'hui, là, je vais sauter à Comité de finances et gouvernement général, Finance and General Government Committee, and it is Councillor McNair that's going to
Thank
give
you,
us
Your
report.
Worship. So I just want to start by welcoming everybody virtually and here in person. And I just want to mention that last time that was our first meeting, I might have been the guilty one, but I know that the people that were joining virtually had a hard time to hear us. So I'm doing an effort to really speak in the mic so everybody can hear me. I also want to mention that I've written my report. Some parts I've done it bilingually, but because of time constraint, we'll have parts of it that are either in French or either in English. But I'm open to question. If anybody doesn't understand, feel free to come and ask me. It will be a pleasure for me. So, je voulais juste mentionner qu'à cause du temps qui est un peu restreint, je voulais juste vous dire qu'il y a des choses dans mon rapport que j'ai écrit de façon bilingue, mais des choses qui vont seulement être rapportées en français ou en anglais. Mais si les gens ont des questions, ils peuvent venir me demander, ça me ferait plaisir de répondre. Fait, je vais commencer mon rapport en présentant mon portfolio, mon comité. So I will start by presenting my portfolio. I think it's important because I think finance, people think it's just finance, but it's finance and more. So I'm just going to go through what the responsibilities are. So first of all, it's an annual budget and financial oversight. So that's one of the responsibilities. Reviewing expenditures and capital planning. Governance policies and council procedures. Strategic plan development and monitoring, long-term municipal objective and priorities, transparency, accountability, and policy review, monitoring performance and organizational goals, health advocacy and healthcare access issues. That's a part that I will be taking. It's Councillor Young that had that on his portfolio, but because I'm a nurse, I will be acting on those issues with Annie as a second here, Councillor Thériault. So health advocacy, healthcare access issues, promoting active and healthy lifestyle. En français, mon portfolio inclut la surveillance du budget municipal annuel et de la planification financière, examiner les dépenses, les rapports financiers et les priorités en matière de planification des immobilisations, appuyer les bonnes pratiques de gouvernance incluant les procédures du conseil et l'élaboration de politiques, participer au développement et à la mise en œuvre et au suivi du plan stratégique municipal, appuyer les objectifs, les priorités et le développement durable à long terme de la municipalité, promouvoir la transparence, la reddition de comptes régulière, suivre la performance organisationnelle et les progrès réalisés vers l'atteinte des objectifs municipaux, faire valoir les enjeux liés à la santé et à l'accès aux services de santé, appuyer les initiatives favorisant un mode de vie actif, le bien-être et une communauté en santé. Puis ça, ça faisait partie du portfolio du conseiller Young, mais à cause que je suis infirmière puis j'ai travaillé en santé toute ma carrière, je vais m'occuper de ce parti de portfolio-là. Puis mon second va être conseiller Thériault sur ces deux items-là. Je voulais juste vous dire aussi, en mentionnant ces choses-là, que c'est évident que les responsabilités du conseil, quand ça vient aux finances, ça n'a rien à faire avec les opérations régulières de la ville. C'est des responsabilités qui sont plus à haut niveau, des responsabilités de planification et de planification d'objectifs, la planification stratégique. Ça n'a rien à faire avec les choses qui se passent de jour à jour dans la ville. So I just want to mention that including in the portfolio, you can see that there's nothing in there that are operational. Like, we are not involved in the day-to-day operations of the town. So sometimes some residents ask us questions that are really, really, truly about operations. So Liliane is the one that would answer those questions. So although this is my portfolio, I would like to stress that this council does not work in silo. We really work as a team, and we fully take advantage of everyone's expertise and experience in serving this community. Même si ce que je vous présente est mon portfolio, j'aimerais souligner que le présent conseil ne travaille pas en silo, mais en équipe, et on s'assure de prendre avantage de l'expertise et de l'expérience de chacun afin de mieux servir notre communauté. So since we started, which is not too long ago, really, we had a chance with Madame Liliane to go over our 2026 budget. We are obviously getting ready to do the 2027 budget exercise pretty soon. I think it starts in August, is it? I have also looked at some of the monthly reports, the most recent ones, and we still have a lot to look at. Liliane was on vacation, so there's still some information that Liliane needs to share with us. What I looked at so far, it looks good. There's nothing, for me, there was nothing worrisome about what I looked. Some items also are very difficult to evaluate at certain moments in the year. For example, if I was looking at the salt usage in September, it might not show too much. And the same about the Incherin Park. If I look at the income of the Incherin Park in April, well, there would be nothing. So certain items you have is sensitive in time, so you have to look at the whole picture of the year. I would also like to see that under Parks and Recreation, there's still a little bit of money left available for beautification and trail development and repair. So for beautification, I think there's about almost $12,000 left, and for the trails development and repairs, about $12,000. So that's good. We also had a small deficit in office supplies, and after speaking with Liliane, she told me that they buy items in bulk, some envelope and stuff like that. So that would make sense that we had a big expense at one part, but we probably will see that in the next financial report that will go down. So, and I know we needed chairs and stuff like that. So all that made sense. Pour les donations, les politiques de dons et subventions, nous travaillons en ce moment à établir une politique pour traiter des demandes de dons et subventions. La politique aura pour but d'établir un processus équitable, transparent et responsable pour l'examen des demandes de dons, de commandites et de subventions communautaires. Puis ça, c'est plutôt un guide pour le conseil pour analyser chacune des demandes puis d'être aussi équitable. For the strategic planning, the last strategic planning exercise took place in 2013, so it is well overdue to be reviewed and updated. We are still, as a council, exploring the best possible way to accomplish this. We will take the rest of the summer to come up with a plan to see how we're going to go about it. And we also want to make sure that we have community input into the strategic plan, so that's an important facet of this. Pour le dossier de santé et bien-être, we had a visit of the Centre de santé communautaire de Dalhousie. It was really a nice visit. And for some, I suppose it's hard to appreciate what type of service that clinic offers. It's amazing, because unless we use it, we don't know that it's there. An example of services they offer there is hemodialysis, transfusion, blood transfusion, program of intervention for oncology. It's kind of a service that help families and patients to navigate the services. Sometimes it's not easy when you're sick. I think the PAP clinic is also moving entirely to Dalhousie. All PAPs will have to be done in Dalhousie, none in Campbellton. There's physiotherapy, lab, radiology, it is dietetic, wound care, and et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot of really nice service at the clinic in Dalhousie. They share with us that they really need someone from council to sit on their committee. They have a committee, and they really would appreciate our support. So I'm going to be sitting on that committee. So, en français, je vais peut-être répéter ça en français. Ça fait qu'on a fait une visite du santé communautaire de Dalhousie. C'était une visite impressionnante. Les services ne sont pas tellement connus en communauté. Puis, ils réalisent ça, la clinique, qu'on a besoin de faire plus de promotion. Des exemples de services qu'il y a à la clinique à Dalhousie, il y a l'hémodialyse, transfusion sanguine, programme d'intervention pivot en oncologie, clinique de la femme avec toutes les PAP tests qui sont faits à la clinique de Dalhousie, la physiothérapie, le labo, la radiologie, les cliniques pour le spectre de l'alcoolose fétale, etc., etc. Ils nous ont clairement partagé qu'ils veulent avoir le support et l'implication de la municipalité. Ils veulent nous avoir à la table avec eux. Donc, je ferai partie de ce comité-là. C'est à peu près ça pour mon rapport, à moins qu'il y ait des questions.
Thank you for your report, Councillor McNair. Merci. Est-ce qu'il y avait des questions? Any questions or comments?
Est-ce que vous avez approuvé cette désignation pour son portfolio en santé, Madame la mairesse?
Je pense pas, parce que c'est quelque chose que je sais pas, Liliane. On peut faire la motion. Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un qui veut faire une motion pour appuyer le...
Puis, c'est ça, là. Je trouve que, soudainement, on apprend des choses qu'on ne savait pas.
Je l'ai mentionné à la réunion, là, quand on s'est rencontrés.
So we want to recommend, there's somebody make a motion to recommend that Councillor McNair represents us on the committee for the St. Joseph's Collaborative Clinic. Do I have someone to move the motion?
Moi, je vais la seconder.
We need a mover first.
Oh, oups. Ça fait, moi, je propose qu'on Madame McNair soit sur le conseil aidé pour la clinique de Dalhousie.
Do I have a seconder of the motion? Councillor Young, you second the motion?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. Any discussion on the motion?
On the question, how often does that committee and how much, what's the number on that board, whatever there, how often and how many members?
I can't tell you who the members are. I think there's representation from mental health, public health, probably some physicians on the committee also. And I've just got the first invitation, and I'll probably have more information once I sit on the first meeting to know how many times they meet. I don't think it's a monthly meeting. It's probably quarterly, but I will let you know. Thank you.
Any other questions? We'll move to the vote. All in favor, raise your hands. Can you raise your hands? I can't tell who raised their hands. Okay, motion carried. Thank you. So next we have inquiries of committees. I think we were did jump the gun on that one. Everybody was inquiring, but if there are any inquiries to committees, you can do so if you have a question for a committee, or does anybody have any questions to someone? Or there's none? Okay. We'll move on to motions and resolutions. So this one is bank account and banking authorities, compte bancaire et pouvoir de signature. We'll ask the finance chair to read.
Entendu qu'il est dans l'intérêt supérieur de la ville de Bédéon d'établir des services bancaires afin de mener des affaires financières à la suite de la fermeture de son institution bancaire actuelle, il est résolu. Excuse me there, I'm getting used to this tablet. Hey? Ah, OK. Que les personnes suivantes soient nommées signataires autorisées pour le compte Gail Farron Mairesse. J'ai-tu sauté quelque chose? Il est résolu ce qui suit. I'm so sorry. Que la ville de Bédéon soit autorisée à ouvrir et à maintenir un compte chèque commercial auprès de la Banque royale du Canada aux fins de transactions bancaires courantes et des activités financières quotidiennes. Que les personnes suivantes soient nommées signataires autorisés pour le compte Gail Farron, mairesse, Clem Tremblay, maire adjoint, Gilles Lagacé, directeur général, Liliane Caillouette, directrice générale par intérim et greffière. Que les exigences relatives aux signatures pour les retraits, chèques, virements, ententes et autres opérations bancaires soient les suivantes. 2 signatures autorisées sont requises pour toutes les transactions et tous les instruments bancaires. Que la ville de Bédéon soit autorisée à adhérer au service de transfert électronique de fonds, TEF, RBC Express, et à l'utiliser afin d'effectuer et de recevoir des paiements électroniques ainsi que de transférer des fonds entre institutions financières et comptes bancaires selon les besoins des activités de la municipalité, que les dirigeants de la baie des Hérons soient autorisés et mandatés pour signer tout document ou toute entente exigée par la Banque royale du Canada afin de mettre en œuvre les dispositions bancaires autorisées par la présente résolution. Que la présente résolution demeure en vigueur jusqu'à ce qu'elle soit modifiée ou abrégée pour une résolution subséquente de la ville de la baie des Hérons et qu'un avis écrit de cette modification ou abrogation ait été transmise à la Banque royale du Canada.
Should we repeat it in English, maybe?
Okay.
So I'll read it in English. Be it resolved that... Faut que je commence ça? Okay. Whereas it is the best interest of the town of Heron Bay to establish banking services for the purpose of conducting its financial affairs following the closure of its current banking institution. Be it resolved that the town of Heron Bay is authorized to open and maintain a business checking account with the Royal Bank of Canada for the purpose of conducting everyday financial transaction and banking activities. The following individuals are hereby appointed as authorized signing authorities for the account. There's Gail Farron, Mayor, Clem Tremblay, Deputy Mayor, Gilles Legacy, CAO, Liliane Caillouette, Acting CAO Clerk. The signing requirements for withdrawal, checks, transfers, agreements, and other banking transactions shall be as following. 2 authorized signatures are required for all transactions and banking instruments. The town of Heron Bay is authorized to enroll in and use RBC Express Electronic Fund Transfer, EFT, service for the purpose of initiating and receiving electronic payments and transferring funds between financial institutions and accounts as required for the organization's operation. The officers of the town of Heron Bay are authorized and directed to execute any and all documents and agreements required by the Royal Bank of Canada to implement the banking arrangements authorized by this resolution. This resolution shall remain in full force and effect until amended or rescinded by a subsequent resolution of the town of Heron Bay, and written notice of such amendment or rescission has been provided to the Royal Bank of Canada.
Thank you. So I'm asking for somebody to move the motion to accept the banking information.
I so move, Your Worship, and I have a question that
We'll move it. We'll move it
thank
first,
you.
and then I'll ask you.
Okay.
You can discuss. So I need the mover, and I need a seconder.
I can second it.
Councillor Thériault. Now we can have the discussion and questions.
for the people in the audience as well as the people who are watching, this is a kind of a in-house things that we have to do and must do. So it seems like it's dragging on, but there was a lot of work to do on that, and we had to go through that process. So be patient, and once that's going to be passed by council, then we'll have our all right. So be patient with us on this thing. I know this is beautiful outside. We should be outside, but we're here. So I'm just trying to say that it's in-house. We have to do our stuff. We're telling you, the people, what's happening.
Yes, Councillor Conseiller Pelletier.
Thank you, My Worship. I believe also that, maybe I'm wrong, but we are also doing this because credit union, we were with credit union, right? So it's just trying to remind people that we're doing also this because we have to change bank.
Yes, our original bank we still use, but we need a local bank because we have day-to-day things that we need a bank in the area. So that's where that came from. Thank you. So the next is bylaw to stop and close a portion of Bellevue Street and des Frères Street. Puis c'est conseiller.
We didn't vote, did we? On the resolution?
Oh, sorry about, we didn't, you're right. So no more questions on the banking information? So we'll move to the vote. All in favor, raise your hands, please. Motion carried. Now we'll move on to the bylaw, and we will ask Conseiller Pelletier.
Arrêté visant la fermeture de la cessation de l'usage public d'une partie des rues Bellevue et des Frères, c'est bien celle-ci? Madame la mairesse, résolution numéro 1, que le Conseil procède à la troisième lecture par titre de l'arrêté numéro 2026-01, un arrêté visant à fermer et interrompre une portion des rues Bellevue et des Frères tel que décrit dans l'annexe A. Résolution numéro 2, lire l'intégralité de l'arrêté avant son adoption. Donc, je vais le relire en anglais. It's a bylaw to stop and close the portion of Bellevue Streets and des Frères Street. Resolution number 1, that council give third reading by title.
I'll just interrupt. When we do the first reading, we have to go move and second it and vote on the first reading.
Sorry.
that's
Sorry.
okay.
The resolution number 2, I should have not read. Is that it?
Yes, but it's in, just a moment. I just lost my place here. The first one is you read it, and you just read the little portion,
Yeah.
and then you have to read it, we have to pass it,
Okay.
and then you read it in totality.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So resolution number 1, it was read.
Mhm.
So we move, is there a mover? You move, Councillor Pelletier?
I do.
And the seconder, Councillor McNair. Any questions? All in favor, please raise your hands. Tout en faveur, levez les mains. Merci. Motion carried. So now you have to read it in totality, and you'll find it on your right hand of the screen. It says bylaw, all your documents on the side of your screen. Councillor Young?
Yep, I'll read it. A bylaw to stop and close a portion of Bellevue and DeFrere Streets, whereas Section 15.1 of the Local Governance Acts, SNB 2017 C18, provides that a council may pass a bylaw for the purpose of closing a highway or part of a highway. And whereas the Council of Town of Heron Bay deems it in the public interest to permanently close a portion of Bellevue Street and DeFrere Street, is more particularly described in Schedule A as attached here too. Now, therefore, the Council of the Town of Heron Bay in session duly assembled and acts as follows. Title: This bylaw may be cited as Bellevue and DeFrere Street Closure Bylaw. Closure: the portions of Bellevue and DeFrere Street described in Schedule A annex hereto, and forming part of the bylaw is hereby permanently closed as a public street or highway. Into effect, this bylaw comes into effect the date of final passing thereof, the first reading, which was the last meeting. So this would be the second reading, July 20th, 2026.
You move the
So
second reading?
I move that's.
So, second reading of the bylaw has been moved by Councillor Young. Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un qui le propose? Conseillère McNair. Est-ce qu'il y a des questions? Commentaires? Tous en faveur, levez le main. All in favor, please raise your hand. So, there's no nay vote, so motion is carried. So next we will move to dangerous and unsightly premises demolition order, lieu dangereux et inesthétique, ordre de démolition. And like it was previously explained, in order to have a building demolished, there is quite a lot of steps and legal steps to follow. So we will have Councillor So we will ask Councillor Pelletier, conseiller Pelletier, si vous pouvez lire la résolution.
Merci, Madame la mairesse. Lieu dangereux et inesthétique, ordre de démolition. Attendu que le Conseil a déterminé que les propriétés identifiées sous l'ANI 5009, NIDS, excusez-moi, 5009-981-1 et 501-77476, enregistrés sous le numéro d'enregistrement 4668-6896, ainsi que le NID 5007-0887, enregistré sous le numéro d'enregistrement 45341-195, constituent des lieux dangereux et inesthétiques au sens de la législation et des règlements municipaux applicables. Et attendu que le Conseil est convaincu que l'état de ces propriétés présente un risque pour la sécurité publique et des répercussions négatives sur la collectivité environnante. Il est résolu que le Conseil autorise l'émission d'ordre de démolition et la prise de toutes les mesures d'application nécessaires relativement aux structures situées sur le NIDS 5009-9811 et 501-77476, numéro d'enregistrement 4668-6896, ainsi que sur le NID 5007-0887, numéro d'enregistrement 4534-41195. Je commence à faire du stuff, hein? Je vais être obligé de mettre mes lunettes, excusez-moi. Il est en tout résolu que le directeur général et les représentants municipaux désignés soient autorisés à prendre toutes les mesures nécessaires pour procéder à la démolition et à la remise en état des propriétés conformément à la législation applicable et que tous les coûts engagés soient recouvrés auprès des propriétaires conformément à la loi.
Could we have somebody read in English as well?
I can read it in English.
Go ahead, Councillor Pelletier. Thank you.
Okay. Dangerous and unsightly premises demolition order. Whereas Council has determined that the properties identified as PID 5009-9811 and PID 501-77476, registered under registration number 466-86896, and PID 507-0887, registered under registration number 45341-195, constitute dangerous and unsightly premises within the meaning of the applicable municipal legislations and bylaws. And whereas Council is satisfied that the condition of these properties represents a risk to public safety and negatively affects the surrounding community, therefore be it resolved that the Council authorize the issuance of demolition orders and all necessary enforcement actions with respect to the structures located on PID 5009-9811 and PID 501-77476, registration number 46686-896, and PID 507-0887, registration number 45341-195. And further be it resolved that the Chief Administrative Officer and designated municipal officials be authorized to take all steps necessary to carry out the demolition and remediation of the properties in accordance with the applicable legislations, with all costs incurred to be recovered from the property owners as permitted by law.
You move the motion, Councillor Pelletier?
I do.
Do I have a
Second
seconder? Seconded by Councillor Levine. So is there any questions or discussions on the motion?
I just wanted to mention as well, and when I first said the bylaw officer, that person has been on duty because we're hearing PID numbers that is for properties and so on and so forth. So in the next couple of months, there you're going to hear the address. You're going to see the address of so and property is gone, clean. But like I said, one step at a time.
It's also protected, some of that information is protected, so
Yeah.
they're identified as, the PIDs are identified, and you can look at the PIDs, you can go on the online service in Brunswick and look
Yeah.
up the PIDs, and it'll show you what property it is.
Public.
So we will move to the vote. All in favor of the motions, please raise your hands. All hands are raised, so the motion is carried. So next, we will do the appointment of representatives to the Recreaplex Board. I will ask Councillor Young to propose those nominations.
Before I read it, I'll just explain what this is. So the town has the authority to name 3 members of the community to the board of the Recreaplex. So we went through it, and I'll just read it here. So be it resolved that the town of Heron Bay appoint Billy Udfaw, May Palmer, and we had identified a third person, but she declined the invitation after giving it some thought. So we only have 2 for now. So as its representatives on the Recreaplex board, to represent the interests of the town and participate in the governance and activities of the Recreaplex on behalf of the municipality. Be it further resolved that these appointments shall remain in effect until such time as they are amended or rescinded by the resolution of council.
So you heard the motion, you moved the motion, Councillor Young.
I move the motion.
Do I have a seconder?
I'd like to amend the motion, the resolution as written.
You wish to make an amendment to the
Yes.
resolution? Okay, you go ahead.
Just remove.
You can
The-
reread it with the amendment in it.
Okay. Be it resolved that the town of Heron Bay appoint Billy Otfra and May Palmetier as its representative on the Recreaplex board, and so on.
And what is the amendment?
The amendment, it's removing and Carla McNeish.
Thank you. So it's been proposed, so we remove the name of Ms. McNish. There'll probably be a third nomination, but we'll do that in the near future. So all those, so we have a proposed by Councillor Young. Do I have a seconder?
You need to solve the amendment first.
Pardon?
I think, Mrs. Mayor, you have to approve. We have to approve the amendment first.
We'll approve the, okay, so move the amendment. Councillor Peltier, you move the amendment.
Yes, I
So-
did.
Okay, so we have a seconder for the amendment. Councillor Levine moves the amendment to remove the name of Carla, of the third person from the list. Do I have all those in favor signify by raise of hands? All hands are raised, so there is no nay vote. Motion is carried.
Now, Mrs. Mayor, I think we have to approve
Yeah,
the
no,
amended.
I'm just getting it here up on my screen. So now I would need somebody to move the motion to submit the 2 names to the board of Recreaplex.
I move the motion.
Seconder.
I'll second the motion.
So Councillor Levine seconded. Do we have any comments, discussion, any questions?
On the question, that we're still going to fill the position with 3 representatives?
We shall. I just explained that we will. Yes, we will.
Okay.
Yes. So all in favor of the motion signify by raise of hands. All hands are raised, so the motion is carried. So we will move on to donation requests. I will ask Councillor McNair. We just got a crash course on our
tablets.
Yeah.
So,
I'm having still difficulties. I just lost my thing. So there was a request to provide a donation for the Société culturelle. So une demande de don pour la Société culturelle. Ça fait que je propose, on n'a pas décidé non plus le montant.
we can discuss it.
Yeah.
So what do you recommend, Councillor McNair?
I would recommend the same thing we gave last year, the $500.
So does council has comments on that? Council questions?
That is for 2024.
We gave $500 in 2024, and we
Okay.
gave $500 in 2025.
Okay.
And this is a request for 2026. So I would propose that we give the same amount as previous year, that we would give $500
For
a donation.
2026.
2026.
So we're making a motion
Yes,
for
make,
3 donation of $500.
no, for one
No?
donation for 2026.
It's because we like to know, council likes to know what was given in previous years.
Yeah,
So
okay.
Councillor McNair is just telling us what was given in previous years.
Oh, I
And
see.
if we had any questions, or she likes
Okay.
to have the information at hand.
Yeah.
So,
So I propose that we give $500 in donation to la Société culturelle.
so Councillor McNair has moved the motion for the donation of $500. Do I have a seconder of the motion?
I'll second it, Councillor Pelletier.
Councillor Pelletier, do we have any questions or any discussion on the donation? So we'll call a question and we will vote with a raise of hands. All those in favor, tous ceux en faveur, levez la main. C'est ça. So it's all the hands are raised, so it will be carried. Motion is carried unanimously. So you can just continue, Councillor McNair, for the next request.
So there was also a request for a donation for the Restigouche Air Show 2026. It's a sponsorship request. Liliane, how much was it? 15? The amount they had asked?
Well, it goes from 500 to 2,500. There's different numbers.
Okay. So I don't know what council,
We can discuss, maybe give the amounts, Councillor McNair, and you can discuss, I think we are giving in kind,
yes, we already are given in kind. This would be a cash donation for sponsorship.
okay. You can read the amounts and.
I would- It's in the amount of to 1,500. Yes.
Do you have a recommendation, or does council want to discuss it?
I think that considering that we had some requests that were canceled recently, I think we probably could go ahead and give the $1,500. I propose that we give her $1,500.
Do I have a seconder on the,
I second it.
seconded by proposed by Councillor McNair, seconded by Councillor Young? We have any discussions or questions on the motion? Anybody have any comments? So I will move to the vote. So all in favor of the motion signify by a raise of hands. All the hands are raised, so it's an unanimous vote and motion is carried. You can continue, Councilman McNair. Did you want? Yeah.
So we need a resolution also, if needed, to for the Sommet 103.9 FM Acadian Wishes.
The plan number 1 was $400 for August 6th to August 15th, and plan number 2 is $300 for August 8th to August 15th.
So
Does
do
council
have any
would
comments?
have
on
comments
that?
on that?
No, if you have comments.
There's two amounts that we
Councillor
could.
Pelletier, do you have maybe?
Yes, Your Worship. Okay, we gave $500, $1,500. Now they're asking for What you said? 300 and 400, and Councillor McNair, that's okay for our budget? Or?
I think Liane, I think we are good for that.
Okay, thank you.
So does council have a proposition, either the 300 or 400?
Do we know last year how much we gave for that? Did we give to that? No, not off.
I propose that we give $400.
I agree.
So moved by Councillor Pelletier that we donate $400 for the pour les vœux acadiens pour le sommet 103.9. Puis c'était appuyé par conseillère McNair. Oui.
Oui.
Ça fait tous en faveur. Levez vos mains. Ça fait, les mains sont toutes levées. Ça fait, c'est appuyé.
So we have another request de l'Acadie Nouvelle, Semaine de la municipalité, Acadie Nouvelle Municipalities Work Advertisement. And this goes from, there's one, it's one page, 2365, half a page, 1275. Publie reportage is 1495, a quarter of a page is 695. And 1/5 of a page is $4.95, and that is for the Semaine de la municipalité au Nouveau-Brunswick, de l'Acadie Nouvelle.
Does council have any discussion on the matter?
Again, do we know if last year we donated for that, or?
No.
That's a new one? Okay.
So, can I ask a question, Your Worship?
Go ahead, Councillor Pelletier.
Okay, what are the benefits for us to be commercially promoting our municipality? It's a question that I'm just...
I can read the
yes,
the introduction if you want.
Yes, please.
OK. C'est en français.
Oui.
Dans le cadre de la Semaine de la municipalité au Nouveau-Brunswick, l'Acadie Nouvelle prépare un cahier spécial mettant en lumière les initiatives, les services et les gens qui contribuent au dynamisme de nos communautés. Cette édition spéciale sera publiée le samedi 12 septembre, à la fois dans notre format imprimé traditionnel et dans notre nouvelle version numérique. C'est une occasion en or pour promouvoir vos produits et services auprès de 43 000 lecteurs engagés, curieux de découvrir tout ce que nos municipalités ont à offrir. Ne manquez pas cette occasion unique d'être au cœur de l'actualité régionale et de rejoindre un vaste public diversifié. Pour réserver votre espace publicitaire ou pour toute question, contactez dès maintenant notre conseiller. Fait que c'est...
Je me pose toujours la question, Madame la mairesse, si c'est un investissement, si c'est un bon investissement. Je me pose juste la question, je me demande si c'est nécessaire que BDR11 soit dans l'Acadie Nouvelle une demi-page à 2000 pièces.
Je pense pas, c'est moi la question. Moi,
C'est la question
moi,
que
que
je-
je
c'est la
dirais,
question.
c'est qu'on est une municipalité.
Ouais.
C'est un cahier qu'ils vont faire avec tout probablement toutes les municipalités. C'est juste que nous autres, c'est ça, on est une municipalité bilingue.
Bilingue, oui.
Ça reste à vous, là, si vous voulez être dans le cahier. C'est la semaine des municipalités. On peut peut-être aussi faire des activités ou quelque chose pour la municipalité.
Des activités
mais
locales, oui.
ça reste au conseil, là, si vous voulez
I can always
promouvoir notre...
translate librement là, in English. So it's for the week of the municipality in New Brunswick. The Acadie Nouvelle is preparing some kind of pamphlet where you can buy a space on it and you can advertise things that are going on in your community. So it would anything that goes on, you could, put it in there. And that will be published on the 12th of September on a paper version, but also online. So they say that they have 43,000 readers. So that would be a good opportunity for them to know, to learn. People would learn what's going on in Bay, in here in Bay. So they're saying that, so it goes from $23.65 to $4.95.
Moi, j'aime l'idée du moins cher. Là. Ça, c'est juste mon idée, le 4,95. Au moins, on se fait voir partout, puis c'est pas trop cher, puis on a une grosse exposition. Ça, c'est mon idée.
Ça fait, est-ce que vous voulez faire la motion, conseiller Ontario?
Moi, j'aimerais proposer pour le plus petit, c'est le 1/5 de page pour 495 $.
Est-ce que
Je seconde. No, second.
conseiller Tremblay, il va l'appuyer? Est-ce qu'il y a des discussions ou des questions? Councillor Young?
What was the amount?
$4.95 is
Yeah.
what I proposed.
And the date was September 12th?
September 12th, it's going to be
Well,
published.
The only thing I would say to that, if we're going to do it and pay that money, we better have something to put in there and not just say, well, at the last minute here, because for most of Heron Bay, that's the time we're winding down, or most of our summer activities are all done. Like, are we actually going to put something in there, or are we just paying it?
Well, we have the fall fair coming up in September, and we have activities coming up, and,
Yeah,
you know, there's,
as long as someone has something to put in it. You know.
well, I mean, there'll be other activities we could have. I mean, there must be, you know, there's things going on. I
No,
don't
that's
know.
fine.
Yeah.
There's activities coming in the fall more than one, so it would be great to put those activities.
There's Labor Day activities coming.
But it's only in September 12th.
It's
12th of
one.
September.
So by then,
It's
it's
over.
done. I just want to make
There'll be
sure that
one activity
Well,
left.
that's why we're asked discussion, so it's
Yeah.
up to you.
Yeah.
If you don't want to vote, we'll go to the vote. If there are any other comments or questions? Councillor Pelletier? No? Yes? No? Okay. So we will go to the vote. So all those in favor of the motion of spending $495 pour une annonce dans l'Acadie Nouvelle pour la semaine de la municipalité. Tous en faveur, vous pouvez lever les mains. So everybody voted in agreement, so the motion is carried. So next we will move to heat pump installation at Recreaplex in Sharon. So Councillor Young had commented, but I'm sure he could provide more information. Councillor Young?
was there. Just we're going to talk about the.
Well, I think it was just, I'm not sure what it was there for. Just one moment. We need a resolution.
Councillor Young already talked about it. It was about the heat pump.
We
for
need
the-
a resolution.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. 21.
Go ahead, Councillor Young.
Okay, I'd like to put a motion on the floor back to the Recreaplex. The town of Heron Bay had made a financial contribution, or we're making a motion to make a financial contribution of $21,000 to help the Recreaplex pay for the heat pumps.
So you're moving the motion?
I'm
Do I
moving the
have a
motion.
seconder of the motion?
I do. Sorry.
Councillor McNair had her hand raised. Councillor McNair. So now we can go to, if you have discussions or questions, you can go ahead. Councillor Levine.
Just on the heat pumps, there's 4 heat pumps installed at the gym at the Recuplex. There's 15 heat pumps in all. There's some going to be going in the rink, in the hallways, upstairs, where the Zamboni is. It's $21,000 from the town, and it's $21,000 from the Recuplex. We have grants through NB Power, through RDC that's paying the rest. It's over $100,000 job altogether. So all what's going to cost the town for this job is $21,000. Just a little information for you.
Thank you, Councillor Levine. Are there any more questions or comments? So we will move to the vote. All those in favor of the motion, they'll show a raise of hands. All hands are raised, so the motion is carried. So appointments to committees, there were no other appointments to committees this evening. So we will move to the adjournment. We just need one counselor to move the adjournment.
Move to adjourn.
So it was moved by Counselor Levine to adjourn the meeting. So before we move to question period, I just wanted to remind everyone that I would like it to be in the form of a question if you have a question. It gets kind of out of hand. I know at the last meeting we were quite free with with the question period, but I would just, if you have questions, please just come up to the mic, to the podium, just state your name and just ask your question. We will try to answer it. If we don't have the information at hand, we would have to get back to you. Ça fait pour la période des questions. Si vous avez une question, vous pouvez vous présenter, puis juste demander la question. On aimerait bien que ça soit une question. Si on n'a pas la réponse, on pourrait prendre la question puis essayer de vous répondre plus tard. So are there any questions from the public? You can come up to the podium. Perfect. Just state your name first and thank you, Sharon.
I just want to mention that we had committed, well, the previous council had committed to invest into an activity here that was canceled. And that activity was, I think it was 3,000 something, I believe. So that was canceled. So that $3,000 was freed up. So that's why tonight that we were sure that we could cover the donations that we proposed tonight.
Is there any other question? In closing, I want to thank you all for coming. I'd like just to remind you, if you have any questions or things, to send them to us by email or at the reception, and certainly we'll get to them, because sometimes many people send us texts and messengers and that, and we just get overwhelmed. We can't even get to them. And it's not really official. It's nice to have a backup paper because we need to keep track of the questions and the answers that we are giving. So just a reminder, I'm also at the office. I come into the town hall every day. So if you want to meet with me, you can try if you drop in, but if you want an appointment, you just have to call Sophie, and I'll certainly be willing to meet with you and discuss any issue you have. I can't always solve them, but it certainly helps to have someone listen at least to your concerns. And I want to thank Lillian once again. Lillian's had the week off, but not really, because she was working from home and trying to get everything ready for this evening. We are short, so she has her hands full, yes, in more ways than one. But anyway, I would just want to thank Lillian as well, and all the counselors for your hard work, and thank you for coming. So we'll go home and enjoy the evening.
We talked about that last year. Yeah, I know Queen's right over there.
I don't have the others.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna shoot numbers.
Generally, I wanted to hear your strike ball. Hi, how are you? I'm Trevor from the Tribune. Thank you, Trevor. I'm all right. Are you on a level? We're gonna have to architect it directly. guys haven't heard anything from the province?
I'm gonna bring that up.
Because I know that the previous council was
Oh,
like,
okay.
like Glenn said, that's a priority. He's coming to the council. Haven't heard anything.
Oh,
Probably going.
here we go.
So I remember you seeing, making some comments on about it.
Yeah.
And I don't know that the level is
Ever talked to him? I haven't seen him since he
so
came
I'm
here.
gonna, I just want,
I don't wanna go.
you're on your own. Because I'm gonna,
I haven't seen him at all.
I was waiting for someone to take over.
Okay, well, I gotta go. Yeah, okay, we'll see you again. Well. Wait, when they come, I see you Thanks for the advice.
Yeah, the council's forever, right? Because I did do a story on this back in the spring. So many of them, I don't remember when this all started. Oh, you mean, yeah. Right. So I did a story on that, and I had it. And then you have to back and forth between Dave Byron's and business and Dave Stewart. So there's some, I have so we're gonna get an answer for sure. But you're gonna send an email tonight and I'll remind you, nothing else. And well, and they just issued a thing for the people in Charlotte. Yeah, but it's gonna be quite a year more. So last week, it's they're on not walking a lot of rain. Which is good of them to do. If the guy does it, he's putting $1 million down. I don't think they get along.
No, because every time I bring it up, it's a defensive.
Okay, merci beaucoup.
Thank you.
He's tied with somebody at the federal government because he knows stuff that's coming that we hear 6 weeks after. Or he knows 6 weeks before. So he's tied in somewhere with the states. But it's national defense, and then there was also the idea to. Guy ready to take the words. It's a joint venture in the 3 federally regulated entities. And that's what it is. That guy. This other guy wants to do national defense. Just so you know. How are you? Seen you once, but. Yeah. Twice. Because we have, right now, at the end of our dock,
That's what I thought, we went for summer piece, and I just want to venture, and he saw a bunch of, and he's dropping on them, they were next door, and they were talking, and they're like, those are.
it's called Seafarer. And they've invested in the port, they already have a unit there, they're studying stuff in the water.
Really?
They can even tell by the number on the color of the boat. It's really cool.
Oh my gosh, I'm like, they got such a band right there, that's insane.
So they're talking about
Well, for sure.
Probably, well, weekend in September maybe.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
though.
yes.
Everything's done. and-
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, thanks for telling me. I'll let Guy know.
Well, that's why, when you're doing